Hello, good afternoon. All right, so I get this question a lot, and so I wanted to cover it with you officially today. Well, it's dark on this side of the room. Okay, so do you need a license to buy houses? Let's think about this, guys. Do you need a license to drive a car? Do you need a license to go fishing? To go catching? Do you need a license to go cut hair? Do you need a license to buy houses? Y'all tell me, do you? Do you need a license to drive a car? Do you need a license to go fishing? Do you need a license to cut hair? Do you need a license to buy houses? Tell me your answers right here. Put your answers in the block. All right? So, technically, yes, you need a license to drive a car. But when I was 13, I was driving cars. I didn't have a license. Do you need a license to go fishing? I don't know about you, but I've stuck a worm on a hook and flopped that puppy down in the water and caught a big old bass one time when I was 6. It was 2 pounds. I got a pic. It's the stupid thing's still hanging up at my mom's lake house. I'll take a picture of it next time I got up there. But guess what? I didn't have a license because I was 6 and I was at the boat dock. I was at the marina, and technically, actually, my little wormy had got off the hook, and I was so impatient. My daddy was, helping me fish, but my girlfriend was with me, and she needed a new worm on her hook. So my dad was in the process of putting a worm on her hook, and I was just impatient, so I just flopped my little hook down in the water, and while I was waiting, I grabbed one up in the eyeball. Okay, so you can go fishing and you can catch one worth putting on the wall and not have a license. Now, my third question was, can you cut hair without a license? So, can you? Because I know, again, and maybe I was just a crazy kid. Maybe y'all don't have kids like this, or you weren't like this when you were a kid. I don't know. But what I do know is that my brother got a haircut that he didn't like when he was a kid, and he sure enough got some scissors and went in there and chopped off the front of his curls. So I guess, technically, you could cut hair and not have a license. So now, do you need a license to buy houses? I mean, think about this. Sometimes the reason we need a license is to keep the public safe. All right? Now, I do want people to have a license and drive a car and be out on the road. I get it. I want it. But when I was 13 and driving a car in my front yard, I didn't need a license for that. Okay? I do want people to get a license before they go fishing and hunting so that we don't kill off more than we need to. All right? I get it. But I also know that you can go fishing and catch a pretty good fish and not have a license to back it up. And yes, I want the lady that cuts my hair, I want her to have a license. I want her to, have passed some exams and been able to, prove that she wouldn't screw up my curls and that she wouldn't, give me something that I didn't want. Like, I want her to have a license. Yeah, I get it. Got it. But also, I know people, and I have too, they've gone to hairdress school and let them practice before they actually had a license. So the thing about buying a house without a license, it really gets to me because there isn't a license available to help you buy houses. I have a general contractor's license, and that does not help me buy houses at all. I have a real estate broker's license. It does not help me buy houses at all. I have an auctioneer's license. Again, none of that trained me like this much to buy houses. There's not a license out there to help you buy houses. A real estate license does not train you to be an investor. It just doesn't, okay? Nothing I learned in real estate school helped me buy houses. I learned how many square feet were in an acre. I learned how many feet were in a mile. I learned what kind of laws were important in Tennessee and Georgia. I learned, some important things. I learned how to fill out some paperwork, but I didn't learn how to buy houses. I didn't learn a formula. I didn't learn how to go through the process. That stuff I did not learn with my real estate license. A lot of real estate agents get into getting a real estate license because they want to be an investor, and then they get so busy learning the process of having a license that they forget to go buy houses. I talked to a guy yesterday in Texas. That's exactly what he said. I wanted to be an investor, but I went and got this license, and then I just started listing houses, and now I've been on this, regular real estate rat race for a couple years, and this dude has closed like 26 deals so far this year. But if he doesn't close a deal next month, he's not going to get paid. His goal is to be an investor so that he can go do a deal, buy a house, and then get paid month after month after month after month without having to chase that clear to close. Excuse me. So if you want to get a real estate license, go get a real estate license. If you want to list houses, if you want to sell houses on behalf of somebody else, if you want to drive around with buyers in your car for 3 days straight and show them 18 different houses just to get them all turned down and then they decide they want to rent anyway, you can do that. I don't care. I have a license. I don't want to give up my license because I just like to have licenses. I just like to collect licenses. I've got plenty of them. I told Jason when we got married that I was going to slow down on getting my license, that my marriage license is going to be the last one I got for a while. And I've kept that promise for like almost 2 years now. So I'm kind of getting the itch to go get another license. But you don't need a license to buy houses. You need a license if you want to represent a seller in the sale of their property transaction. You need a license if you want to collect referral fees from other agents. You need a license if you want to represent buyers in their first-time home buyer thing, or if you want to represent investors and help them find deals. Then you need a license. But if your goal is to be a landlord and rent your own property, buy and sell your own property, you don't need a license for that. You just don't. You don't need a license to buy and sell and rent your own properties. And if that's your goal and you don't have a license, then that means you don't have to pay fees and dues and E&O insurance. I won't tell you to get one. I won't tell you to get rid of one. I won't tell you not to get one. Because if it's always been your dream to have a license and be a regular real estate agent, then go do that. But call me when you're tired of it. Call me when you're unable to go on vacation because you've got a clear to close and you got to stay home and make sure that thing closes. Call me when you're done of the regular real estate rat race. Call me when you're done dealing with flaky buyers and unrealistic sellers. Because I help agents get their first deal done fast. I help 9-to-5ers get their first deal done fast. I help entrepreneurs who have crappy credit get their first real estate deal done fast. All right? That's what I do. I've got one-on-one coaching available right now. I don't have any group coaching, so don't send me a message about group coaching. I don't have any group coaching available right now. I don't have any cheap little product that you can get for, $500 that'll teach you everything that I know about real estate. I don't have it. I just don't. If you want to talk to me about one-on-one coaching, we can talk about that, but I don't have any group coaching available right now. If and when I decide to do that again, I'll let you know. So if you have any questions for me, let me know. Send me a message. If you have a license and you're thinking about getting rid of it, I mean, it took you a lot of work, took you a lot of money to get it. It don't really hurt anything. When you buy houses and you have a license, you have to disclose that you're an agent. You have to get a personal interest in disclosure signed, but otherwise it don't hurt anything. I don't know that it helps anything if you don't have a license, though. So, y'all let me know in the comments. Do you have a license? Do you use your license? Are you wanting to be an investor? I mean, tell me what the end goal is. Like, people ask me that all the time. Hey, Whit, should I get a license? I don't know. What do you want to do? If you want to list houses, yeah, go get a license. If you want to buy houses and retire with a lazy landlord lifestyle, no, you don't need a license. Y'all let me know what you think. Put your comments down here. I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe even later today. Bye, y'all.